Please introduce yourself and tell me about your car.
Hi, I'm Chris. This is my 1969 Lincoln Continental. My dad purchased this in 1989, and I purchased it from him last year. The original owner was a school teacher in my hometown and traded it in on a Taurus in 1989.
A Taurus?
A Taurus. Because that was a car that he could tow behind his RV to go to Florida in. So my dad picked this up from that dealership, and it's been in the family ever since.
Very nice. It's a very cool car. It looks original.
It's mostly original. It's been repainted. The vinyl top was changed from dark green like the interior to this white color. But the interior is all original engine.
This is the original paint color.
Yeah, that's the original paint color.
Okay. Wow. It looks great. That's right, it's got suicide doors.
Last year for the suicide door.
This is the last year for the suicide doors. Oh, very spacious back seat. It's really nice. Wow. Beautiful car.
Thank you.
Thank you for bringing it today. Appreciate it very much. Introduce yourself and tell me about your car.
I'm Kurt Browning, and this is my 1955 Bel Air, modified with a 502 Muncie 4-speed.
It's beautiful.
Recently repainted, by the way.
How long have you had it?
We've had this car about 2 years now. I can't take credit for any of the work. I bought it as you see it, except for the paint. But it's a fine performer, except for at the gas pump.
Yeah. What they say, it'll pass everything except the gas station.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So first stop everywhere you go is at the gas station. Part of the modification the fellow did with the rear end was he changed the gas tank to like a 12-gallon gas tank.
These things had like a 20-gallon tank when they were new.
They did. Yeah,
Why would you put it? Why the smaller tank?
I think there was a problem with the rear suspension matching with an older style tank. So.
It looks beautiful.
Ciadella just did a brand new front seat for us when we had the car put in.
Well, it looks great.
We enjoy it.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for bringing it, and I hope to see you next month.
We'll be here.
Please introduce yourself and tell me about your car.
I'm Larry Langley. It's a 1987 442. She's pretty original. Don't drive her too much. Get her out for shows. She's got a 307 stock, 170 horsepower. Back then, that was pretty good horsepower for today.
Right.
So, but she gets good treatment.
That's good. It looks in great condition.
Thank you.
Looks in great condition.
She's got her shifter in it. Like I said, it's
Yeah. Tell me how this shifting mechanism works, please.
like when I put it in drive, I'll bring 1, 2, and then bring that one all the way down. Get my RPMs up as I'm going. I shift it from 1 up, 2 up, then bring 3 up. It just gives it a little more get up and go.
Right on.
So
Well, it looks great. Great condition. The shifting is confusing right now because I haven't experienced it, but
right.
I think I get what you're saying. It's just
It's just you know, something to let it go.
It's pretty cool. Well, thank you for bringing it out to the show.
Sir, thank you. I appreciate it.
See you next month, hopefully.
Yes, sir.
Please introduce yourself and tell me about your car, your truck.
My name is John, I live here in Mesa. I've been here for about 6 years now. Moved down from Washington State. Been a car guy all my life, since 14 years old. Was into cars. Mostly Mopars now. Been in Mopars for 30 years now. So I have a 68 Dodge Dart GTS, big block car. All numbers matching, restored, all that. That doesn't come out until it cools down a bit. But I have this one here, 74 Dodge D100. Picked it up in Stockton, California 2 years ago. 318, had a 4-speed, and I converted to automatic. It's got a little red Express pickup bench seat in it, or bucket seat, bucket bench.
Okay.
It's got the 318, put a 4-barrel on it, has header, came with the headers, dual exhaust, electronic ignition. Been kind of tooling with the idea of dropping a Gen 3 Hemi in it, but
Nice.
you know, you put a lot of money into these things, and you never get your money back, so it'd have to be a labor of love.
Right.
But it gets down the road, and I took the 9 1/4 rear end out of it, and put an 8 3/4 in with the axle flip to lower the rear end. I've got some coil springs coming to drop the front end a little bit.
Right. I can see that the rear is squatting a little bit and the front is a little bit high, but you see that's from flipping the axle over?
Yeah. So the axle, your rear end housing sits on top of the spring stop. So, or actually under the spring, which raises the truck.
Right,
up.
for greater ground clearance, yeah.
Yeah, for ground clearance. Not very many 4-wheel drives were built, surprisingly, in the short bed, the side step beds. I tooled with the idea of converting it over to 4-wheel drive, but I already have a 4-wheel drive, so I don't need two.
Right on. Well, thank you for bringing this out today. Appreciate it very much.
You bet.
I will
Have a
see you
good
next
day.
month. Thank you.
Enjoy the sun.
Hello. Please introduce yourself and tell me what you brought today.
Hi, I'm Steve. Brought in a 2011 Ural Gear Up.
Ural Gear Up?
Gear Up.
As
Two words, Gear Up. So they're made in Russia, small town right on the edge of Siberia called Irbit, which is IRBIT. They've been making them since the mid-1940s, more or less unchanged. 750cc boxer hose twin engine, 5-speed transmission, 4 forward, 1 reverse.
wow.
So it has mechanical reverse, unlike a lot of motorcycles,
Right?
which have, if they do have reverse, which is rare, it's electric. They're running the starter in reverse. And
Huh.
they'll overheat very quickly and doesn't have a lot of torque, as you might expect. This, you can put it in reverse and just cruise around at your leisure.
That's great.
The Gear Up, unlike the CT or the tourist model, is kind of their Jeep, their off-road version.
This is the off-road motorcycle. It's not, is it considered a motorcycle still?
Consider a sidecar rig.
Sidecar rig.
Yeah, and that's the funny thing about Urals. They are the only purpose-built sidecar rigs. So plenty of other motorcycles have sidecars attached, but it wasn't designed solely for that purpose. These motorcycles rigs are meant to only be operated with the sidecar. Could the sidecar be removed? Yes, but the motorcycle by itself would be very unstable because the suspension is set up to handle the sidecar.
Wow.
The Gear Up, what makes it different from the other submodels is the suspension is a bit higher, so it's better ground clearance. It has 2-wheel drive.
Two-wheel drive. That's good.
So normally, every day around town or even on dirt, the pusher, the back wheel, is normally what drives. If you get stuck in loose sand, dirt, soil, whatever, throw a lever to the right of the gas tank, pull that up, and it engages 2-wheel drive, which is both the rear wheels.
Wow.
And there's no differential on the sidecar.
So it locks it like a locked the locker on a Jeep.
Exactly. Yeah.
So no turning, it's straight ahead.
Yeah. You know,
Nice.
like the Russian army, it only wants to march forward.
It only goes forward.
Yeah.
That's neat. Wow. You don't see things like this. This is really, really cool.
Too often.
Wow. Well, thank you for bringing this.
My pleasure.
Hey, please introduce yourself and tell me about your car.
Hello, my name is Chuck Polanski, and this is my 2001 Toyota Mr2 Spyder. This is a 1.8 liter, totally custom. Nothing is factory on this car. Down to the rotors, polished and ported, custom exhaust, intake, rear diffuser off of a Lotus, custom exhaust to the center, tail lights off an 05 Mr2, 5-speed manual transmission, about 160 horsepower, and then the car weighs about 2,000 pounds, and factory black. 18-inch wheels, by the way.
Well, it looks great. It looks really good. Oh, nice custom steering wheel too. So the exhaust just, is there a cat? Is it just
One cat in the center here,
okay?
and that it's all open header, and then the tip is a silencer tip. If I didn't have it, it'd be pretty loud.
Wow. Wow. Very cool. That's hilarious. Your trunk.
It's a to-go box.
It's a
Normally,
a takeout.
normally a spare tire would go there, and all the plastics.
Well, it looks great. Thank you so much for bringing this.
Got it.
Please introduce yourself and tell me about your car.
My name's Cliff Daniel. It's a 66 Mustang Fastback. What else you want to know?
Well, tell it's 66 Mustang Fastback. How long have you had this car?
About 20 years.
20 years. Wow, it looks great. That looks really good. All original?
Well, it was redone in 2000. Did everything except the paint work. So it's about as original as one of these can be.
Right, right. So it's restored.
Restored. Oh, look at that. Thank you. Got another Mustang.
He got a Mustang. That's good.
Yeah, so I built this for my wife's daily driver when we first did it.
Nice.
Immediately became too small for the kid to fit in the back, so we retired it a few years later. She just comes out for the occasional car show.
Well, cool. Well, it looks great. Thank you for bringing this. It's a fantastic car.
Yeah, it was a nice little show.
Well, thank you.
I'm happy to have a nice little 202 drive all by myself this morning, all the way down here from Kentucky.
That's nice. Introduce yourself and tell me about your car.
Hi, my name's Victor. This is an original 83 El Camino Choo-Choo Customs. It's one of 430 mil, and she's still on the road as all original matching numbers.
Wow.
My daily driver.
Your daily driver.
Yes, sir. It's 350 in it, 375 horse.
Very nice.
SS.
Gets up and moves.
Yes, sir.
Nice.
That's pretty good.
That's good. All original daily driver. Very nice.
No. Great. That's all I need to know.
This has been modified some, hasn't it, from original?
No, that came from Choo-Choo Customs built like that.
Oh, wow.
Choo-Choo Custom started doing the conversions for GM back in '83 for their pace cars,
Right?
and that's what you ended up with, the nose, the
Shaved rear end, yeah, that looks great. Well, cool.
leather interior.
Very nice. Well, thank you so much for bringing this. This is a really cool car. You don't see these every day. Thank you. Hope to see you next month.
All right, I'll be here.
All right. Please introduce yourself and tell me about your car.
My name is Max. This is my 2000 C5 Corvette. I've got a Texas Speed 383 stroker, heads, cam, intake.
The 383. This is a C5.
Yes.
Now this C5 had LS1, did it not?
Yes.
So this was originally a 350 or 5.7. You do 383, which makes it like a 6.3 liter.
Yeah.
Holy cow! So this makes some serious power.
Yeah.
How much do you think this makes?
It makes 46 to the wheel currently, and then I do have plans for supercharging.
Supercharging is already making 486, and you find that lacking.
I'm used to it, and so now it's like
You're used to it. So 486 to the wheel. If we look at a parasitic losses, this is making probably close to 550. At the crank.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Wow. You wouldn't expect that. Just you know.
That's kind of why I like it, because it's a
sleeper,
regular coupe, and it's a little bit beat up. But
I mean, the thing is, the C5 has always performed well, and you've just taken it to that next. To that next level, because you can't call a Corvette a sleeper. It's a Corvette. It's going to perform.
Yeah.
But you've turned it up quite a bit. Well, thank you, man.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you for bringing it. Sure. And wow.
And so it's once a month.
Once a month.
Okay.
So, we're going to shoot for the second Saturday of the month.
Okay.
And that depends on if City of Mesa is cool with it. They're wanting me to get like a permit. It's a public park, and people are. I just say, you know how. Anybody want to meet at the park and do it? Show your car?
Yeah.
Shouldn't be a big deal.
Yeah.
Please introduce yourself and tell me what you brought today.
I'm Dennis Olson, and I brought over a 55 Mercury Custom.
It's beautiful. Tell me about this.
Well, it's been all redone inside and out. It has a 460 motor in it. I got it from California from my dad. And
it's completely custom. This is all done.
originally this was a part here, and they filled it in and painted it. I have a book on the restoration. The restoration, I think it was done in like around 2000.
Okay.
And I have pictures on it where it showed each step, and they took it from it. The car was mint before they even started it.
Oh wow.
There's no rust ever.
So it was in perfect condition. This color changes from like a purple or magenta to a red. This is a really beautiful paint job.
Yeah, supposedly the paint job was like $20,000.
I can believe it. $20,000 paint job. It shows it.
And the ghost flames are really neat.
Yeah, ghost flames. That's only on the hood, or where? Oh, it's on the sides too. I see it. I see it.
Berry wine.
Very nice.
They call it berry wine.
Berry wine. Cool. Do you want to show me what's underneath?
Sure.
And this is a 460?
460 motor.
Wow.
It has air conditioning, power brakes, power windows.
Well, it looks great.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for bringing this today.
Thank you.
Please introduce yourself and tell me what you brought today.
I'm Larry Folsom, and I brought this 57 Chevy. Come on.
It's a 57 Chevy, but this is not like a normal 57 Chevy. I can tell that.
No, I bought it in 19 So it's customized to look like a car out of Rocky Custom magazine in '62 or something.
Okay, so the 1962 era custom. You bought this in '62.
Yes.
So you're almost the original owner.
Yep. You know, it was just an old used car when I bought it. At
Wow.
that time, is what they considered.
Is the interior done as well?
It's updated a little bit. It's worn out.
Well, you've had it for a while. Now, tell me about this 200 number on your speedometer.
It's a speedometer face that my friend in Australia sent. So it's 200K. 200K is equivalent to 120 miles an hour.
So does your Speedo gear show kilometers on here, or does it show?
It still registers for miles an hour, but I've driven it long enough to know where the miles an hour are.
Okay.
So if somebody else drove it, they'd be completely confused.
Right, because when you're hitting 100, it's 62 miles per hour.
62 miles an hour, that's right.
Right.
But hey, it works for me.
Right. Well, cool. This is a cool vehicle.
Well, you know, it's been nose to deck. The hood's been capped. There's a 57 foot grill in it. And it's dropped 4.5 inches.
Dropped 4.5 inches. Wow. Well, it looks great.
Well, thank you.
Thank you so much for bringing it today.
Thanks for letting us have a place to bring it.
Well,
I hope it keeps up.
I hope City of Mesa allows me to keep doing this.
I hope so. If not, we'll have to make a big parade down there and say, hey, let's do it.
Yeah. Thank you. Hello. Please introduce yourself and tell me what you brought today.
My name is Nick Sherrill, and you know exactly what I brought, Ben. I think you have a couple of these yourself.
Yes.
1981 DeLorean.
It is a 1981 DeLorean, all right.
Still early enough, still has the gas flap hood. Different engine, of course, that you know.
Yes.
Ended up taking out the PRV mainly because of the fuel system. Throwing in a LS V8 back there with Porsche 911 996 transmission. So went from 5-speed to 6-speed and just about doubled the horsepower.
So on the 6-speed, does that function like 2 overdrives, or does it, or do you find yourself shifting sooner and using
Even
more
in
gears?
6th gear, I think it's still more RPMs than you were in 5th gear with the PRV.
Do you miss the gearing of the PRV?
No, I
Not PRV, but the UN1.
Yeah, no, I like this better, and it's just it's tighter shifting, right, with the cables versus like the lever system that they had.
Okay.
So anyway, it's not for the power, it's really more for the reliability. I mean,
right.
The fuel system of the PRV, it just hasn't aged well. So
Is this a modified engine or is it a stock engine?
it's pretty much stock. The only modification to this is I took out the active fuel management, the displacement on demand, right, that shuts down 4 out of the 8 cylinders when you're at highway speeds.
Right.
So that's gone, and instead of the LS4 intake, this is an LS2 intake. It's probably about 320 horsepower-ish.
Okay, I got the LS2 intake as well.
Yeah. Yep. So that's it, man.
Very cool. Thank you so much for bringing this today.
You're
It was
welcome.
awesome. Are you staying around? Are you going to leave, or what are you going to
I'm
do?
probably going to go grab some lunch sometime soon.
I am too. You want to stick around and go get something to eat together?
That sounds great.
I'll ask Ed if he wants to go. There's nice restaurants around here. We'll get something.
Cool.
So, hey, please introduce yourself and tell me what you brought today.
Well, I'm Ken Russell, and this is a fiberglass replica of a 1952 MGTD.
1952 MGTD replica. Well, it looks great.
I built it in 1978 to 1980.
Okay.
First year it stayed in the box because my wife was mad at me for buying it.
So you're the builder of it.
I'm the builder of it.
Wow.
And I've had it since 1978, and it's got a little over 2,700 miles on it.
You don't drive it much.
I don't drive it much. And I moved to Arizona in '94, and 2,000 of the miles were since then.
Oh wow. Well, Arizona is easier to drive more of the year than in.
I have a new wife.
Oh, yeah. and she'll ride in it more.
She loved it.
That's
My
good.
first wife, she did not like it.
Okay.
She was mad at me.
Well, sometimes having a fun car is more fun with a fun person. So.
She's not into cars.
Oh.
She thought the money would have been better spent on her.
Well, you know, you can't make everybody happy, but you can make everyone equally unhappy.
That's right. But I can make my current wife really happy.
That's good.
She's a car girl. She loves it. That's what we like that.
That's great.
I'm Ken and she's Barbie, so it's easy to remember.
Ken and Barbie. Well, thank you so much. And Ken, we're back. You brought more than just one thing. Tell me about what else.
Okay, this is a 2005 Maserati Quattroporte. It's stock, except I've done some exhaust modifications to it, so that I added about 20% of the horsepower. But I took catalytic converters and gutted them out.
Oh.
And I bypassed the exhaust mufflers. Car insurance, we go there and fly away.
Wow.
Perfect timing.
Yeah.
So that doesn't sound like a normal Maserati Quattroporte.
It doesn't sound like a normal Maserati Quattroporte. Now, is this from when Ferrari owned them?
That's correct. This has the Ferrari 360 Modena engine and Formula One F1 paddle shifter
Okay.
dual select transmission.
Okay.
So it's a dry clutch.
Okay.
But it's operated by electronic.
Okay. Well, let me hear the exhaust. You say you've customized the exhaust, so let's hear this custom exhaust.
That's the most important thing.
Well, the interior is very nice.
Oh, yeah, this is fantastic.
This must be great for highway cruising too. Very nice. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, thank you for bringing these cars today.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Hope to see you next month. Thank you. Take care. Please introduce yourself and tell me what you brought today.
Bob Carlson, live here in Mesa. This is my 2017 Corvette Grand Sport Collector's Edition. It's number 90. I basically got the car a year ago. I put on the Stage 3 ground effects, side skirts, did all the paintwork under the engine, blacked out turn signals, the marking lights, rear diffusers in the back. It's got a Corsa X pipe and an AFE mufflers and exhaust system.
Wow. Looks great. Looks great. And in any internal engine modifications or?
Nope, it's all stock. It's got the Z07 track package, so it's got the Brembo ceramic.
Those are huge brakes, and the calipers are enormous. Holy cow.
So other than the exhaust, no engine modifications or anything.
So you have a modified exhaust. Like the Maserati's got a modified exhaust. Let's hear what your exhaust sounds like. Okay. Wow. Thank you.
A little deeper.
Sounds good, man. Thank you so much.
All right, nice to meet you.
Appreciate you coming out.
You're the one that puts on these shows?
Yeah, I created it, and I just said, hey, let's meet at a park. And
yeah, we came to the last one. It's nice.
Yeah.
Glad you're doing it.
It's a good venue.
Yeah.
Yeah, close to the freeway. It's nice. We got restrooms, and it's not like we're hogging up a bunch of space. You know.
We'll keep it up.
All right, thank you. Take care. Well, we're back at the DeLorean with the LS. One thing I forgot to ask you, Nick, could you please start it up so I can hear it? I want to hear it. Thank you. sounds good. That's a nice, it's not overly choppy or anything. It's real smooth and mellow. Because you don't want something that would be out of the character of the design.
It's already borderline out of the character. Right?
Yeah, it's
already. Probably have a 4-cylinder turbo or something in here.
You know, that's what Rob Grady told me. He said if he was going to do an engine swap on a DeLorean, he would prefer to use a Lotus 4-cylinder turbo, which I think would be a great mod for a DeLorean. It would make sense too. GM has it's a 4-cylinder 2-liter turbo. It makes 275 horsepower right now, and I think that would be a cool engine mod. But yeah, this sounds great.
Oh, it sounds really good.
And so it's all about reliability though.
That's right.
It's not about driving sideways to the grocery store.
That's about reliability. That's right.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Hey Ed, you're back. Like
tumor, I turn up all the time.
It's good seeing you brought a different car this time. Tell me what you got.
I've got an old DeLorean I've had since 1981.
You're the original owner.
No, I'm not.
No?
A lady bought it new and had lived with a gentleman for 6 years, and they had a disagreement. He moved and she couldn't afford it, so I bought it from her.
Okay.
4 months old, I think.
It was 4 months old and you got it.
And I bought it and I've had it since 81. I bought it 4 years before the movies came out because I liked the looks of it.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to be stylish cars, and they only made them 2 years, so not that stylish, evidently.
Well, no, they had some financial troubles.
Yeah.
I think that if they had come out with the twin turbo earlier, like a year earlier, it might have made a difference in their sales.
The car was about $11,000 more expensive than a Corvette, though. That didn't help.
That did not help.
Yeah.
So what do you have that's different? I see you got headlight blackouts on the front of yours.
I bought those, I think, the first week I owned the car. They're
very nice.
They help smooth out the front end, I guess.
I think it's a good look.
They're held on by Velcro. They've been on there 39 years.
You know, I got a set of these at a holiday party, Arizona DeLorean Club holiday party. I won a set of these and a gift, and they stole it from me.
That's what you get for running around with DeLorean people.
I know. If only I could go back in time and change that, but I just don't have a time machine.
Well, I got this thing up to 85 coming here this morning, and I thought if I get 3 more miles an hour out of it, I can go back to 1955 again.
So, what else?
That's it. Everything's original except the radio.
Well, looks good. Thank you so much. We're wrapping things up. We're gonna go have lunch. Ed, thank you for bringing this beautiful DeLorean. This is the car that you had when I first met you 4 or 5 years ago. Right. And I love this car. I love the GT40, and you're just awesome to have and hang out. We're gonna go get some lunch, and thank you so much for coming to the car show.
Sounds good. See you next month.
See you next month. See ya. Take care, man.